Howdy, Possum Patty here, and I'm journaling on this lucky Friday the 13th. So come on along. Yepers, the garden journal and the mess is still on the desk. So why don't I just go ahead and start right here in my Soggy Bottom garden book. And I did a couple of pages yesterday. Well, it seems like I've been working on this for a few days this week, which is fine because I have some catching up to do. And because this page was about the orange nasturtiums that I transplanted, I think I'll just go ahead with the piece of orange paper that I left on the desk and put that there. And I do have this scrap, which I pulled out for some reason, but haven't used yet, because I think that goes well with that. And I have some more of this. And what did I do in the garden? Okay, I planted Zinnias seeds in the little trays, and also some runner beans, scarlet runner beans from, that I saved from last year. So I have a little clip, so let me just show you that first. Well, Mr. Hummingbird came back. He was at the window the other day. So I needed to go out and buy 2 hanging baskets that I put on the front porch. And I'm out here on the front lawn. I bought these flowers for Mr. Hummingbird. And these are sweet alyssum. I'm going to put them over there by the pansies. And this is my tub where I mix my potting soil. I need to start some zinnia seeds. And while I was putting some extra soil into the hanging pot, looky what I found. Oop, let me get them. Gotta be careful. Can you see him? Can I get the dirt away here? Mr. Salamander. I'm trying to bury his head in my finger. Mr. Salamander. Mr. Salamander. I'm trying to focus you. I'm using my phone. I'm not used to filming on my phone. He's sticking his head between my fingers. But I'll have to look up and see what kind of salamander this is. Isn't he cute? If I get him to show his head. There's his eyes. There he is. Are we focused? I don't think so. Here we go. Mr. Salamander. Not too active. It's kind of cloudy and cool right now. I'm going to put him back in the pot with some soil. Oh, that's a good shot. Right there he is. And I will put him... No, it's not frost on the lawn. Mr. Possum put out some lime yesterday and it hasn't rained yet. I'm going to put him over by my rain garden, way over there, as soon as I'm done here. And Mr. Salamander. Okay, back to potting up plants for Mr. Hummingbird. So I have a picture of the hanging basket. And I have a picture of Mr. Salamander. It looks like his tail got chopped off at the end, but that's okay. They can live pretty well without the end of their tail. I put him over in the rain garden. So, and then I planted the zinnia seeds, and it's been a week. And the zinnia seeds are sprouting. Just starting to come up. So I can make a background, and I can use these zinnia seed packets for packet pockets. And I like the orange with the orange background, and then we've got pink like back here. And I can make 2 pockets, sort of like this somehow. And I'll make 2 journaling cards, and I will put this on one and this on the other. I think Salamander is going to get his own page because I did find a picture of a red-backed salamander. That's what it is. I looked it up. I have two books. One I used to keep for identification, and then this old one that I used to cut up the pictures and put them in a nature journal. These, you know, cost like 50 cents at a book sale, and you've got all these pictures in here. So this is reptiles and amphibians. So when I cut out this information, not this, where is it? I cut out the information and I glued it together and I put it down on the desk. Mamma mia. Where did that go? Okay, it's here somewhere. So I think Mr. Salamander is going to get his own page with salamander information on it. It's like nature journaling, but it's also garden journaling. So I think I'm just going to stick him in here because I found him while I was gardening. And I think we'll ink with orange and then put those two pockets on. Try not to make these pages too fancy just so I can get my journaling done. And then I have to do page, I planted some runner beans. They're really pretty. They're purple, like light purple and dark purple. I don't know if you can see it on there. I have a little clip about the runner beans too. Let me play that for you while I'm inking this up. These are the pods from the runner beans I grew last year. And I didn't store them any specific way. I just sort of threw them in the storage bench that's on the front porch. But I did get about, average 1 or 2 beans per pod. And that's what they look like. They're beautiful purple and black beans. And I'm going to start them in these trays. These trays were from some violas that I bought last year. And I just saved them for seed starting. And I'm not sure these are going to, grow or not, because I left them outside all winter. But we'll see. They look pretty good. Okay, I'm ready to glue down the seed packets. And I love planting zinnias because they really attract big, beautiful butterflies. I planted them on the farm in Pennsylvania, and I planted them here, not last year, the year before. I started them from seed. Last year I tried to, direct plant them in the garden, the rock garden out front, and they did not do well at all. So I'm back to starting them in the seed tray. Come on, glue. When I planted them in Pennsylvania, I got this giant swallowtail. That's what it's called, a giant swallowtail. Sort of dark with big white zigzag stripes on it. I could put a picture of it right there. And it was so big. It doesn't look that big in the picture, but it was huge. Huge, huge. Okay, so now I have 2 pockets made from seed packs. I'm going to make 2 journaling cards. I hope you're journaling along. Maybe you're journaling about your gardening. You know what I should have done? I think I should have put a hole, a little thumb thing. Oh, that didn't sound like it worked well. No, it's stuck on there now. Well, that's not good. All right, let me fix this. Well, I should title this video Friday the 13th Mishaps, because first my circle puncher jammed on my seed packs. And then while the camera was off, I decided I would go cut the tags to put in here. And these things are sharp. I cut my finger. So things come in 3, so I'm going to wait for number 3 to happen. See what that's going to be. So this tag die fits perfect in a seed pack, just like that. So I'm going to put 2 things on this page and the date. And since the zinnias are here, I should put them on one. Ooh, maybe I should back this with something. What do we got here? I don't think these scraps are big enough. Although I have more paper. Stand by. Well, I did look through my box of organized scraps. Thank you, Diane, at Tattered Edges Design, for that inspiration. And I decided to make one pink and one with these orange and pink flowers instead of making them both the same. Kind of like to mix it up a little bit. And I think I'm only going to put two pictures on this page. And then I'm going to do the salamander page. And then I'm going to go see if I can have some information about the hummingbird. I know that's nature journaling, but I do garden for nature. So it kind of all goes together. I try to plant things that the pollinators, the butterflies, the bees all enjoy. And also things that the birds enjoy, like a winterberry holly bush and different shrubs that have berries, like viburnum, or they have flowers for the pollinators. Okay, so here's my tags. Yesterday I did my tags like that, but I guess that doesn't matter. That's got glue all over it. Let me move that out of the way. Let me get rid of this box for a moment. I don't have much room. Okay, gives me a little room here. And bring back the journal. Move my ink. Oh, those are my notes. Okay. So you see how this is orange and pink. So I thought I'd do orange and pink. Mamma mia, today is the day, isn't it? Where did I put the pictures? Oh, no, I put the salamander pictures there. I put my notes over there. These are the runner beans. Oh, the runner beans got to go somewhere too. I can't believe it. Mamma mia, it is one of those days, isn't it? All right, now I have to go find the pictures. Well, you see, I thought I was doing myself a favor, and I took a pile of papers and I combined them with another pile of papers to get them out of my way. So I got a little room here. And then put the papers on top of the pictures. So, that was not good. Not good. The runner beans are purple, so I'm going to put them on the pink page. Should I layer? Nah, I don't need the layer on a tag. I could, but I don't need to. Oh, this has got lines on it. Oh, that's going to make me crazy. Okay. How's that? That looks pretty good. Okay, my runner beans and my zinnia. All right, what I'm trying to do is get the back off of this. But, you know, it's not my day today, so there we go. Switch hands. Okay, yesterday I did upside down. Try to get it right today. Okay, that would have looked nice layered, I think. Okay. I think these are called scarlet runner beans. What do we want to write with today? Go back to the glaze pen. I pressed that down all the way, did I? Okay, while the ink on the tags is drying, I'll show that to you after I put them aside. I'm going to work on a page for the salamander. This picture is kind of big, but I want to get this information on here too. Somehow, and I don't like this next to the lavender, so I'm going to probably put something like this. This cardstock's pretty heavy. Nice pretty lavender color. And I'm going to cut this to fit the page. Then I have a couple of borders here. I like this flowers. But I got to get all this on here. So, what if I make a pocket, back this on something, slip it in the pocket, make a tag for the salamander, and I could fit part of this on there. Live life in full bloom. Smile, it's spring. Almost fits. I wanted to put hello sunshine, but I don't know if that's going to fit. Alright, so, okay, I'm going to cut this down. Cut it down. Got a little darker spot here across the bottom. So I think I'll use the bottom. It's a little bit more variegated. Slice and dice. Okay, I'm going to cut this to size. I'll be right back. Well, maybe I changed my mind. We did stop at Michael's today when we were out doing errands. Mr. Possum said, oh, I got to go to Michael's and look for some paint. I said, okay. I had a 40% off coupon. And Recollections now has these paper pads that are $9.99, 40% off, $6. I thought that was a good price. And I felt like I needed some fresh new spring patterns. Now these have a lot of plain sheets in them, but I thought the butterflies were pretty, and I love the flowers. I love these colors like pink and peach. Tan and like a cornflower blue, of course purple, polka dots, peachy, and I love this. This page sold me on this pack with the bunnies and the little birds and the flowers. I said, oh, I have to get that. And pink bees, that's going to go in my beautiful journal for sure, because you can't make it all yellow and black. So this one's called Splendid Springtime. And I know I already cut this paper here, but then I started looking for paper to make a pocket, and And that pad was on the floor because I just bought it and I haven't done my Thrifty Thursday yet because it's Friday. And I'm thinking, see, now this is more of a cornflower blue than it is lavender. But I still like it better than this next to the lavender. Of course, this has lavender flowers on it. I could put that there and make a bunny pocket. So I'm gonna rethink this page just because I want to. It's because I want to use this paper because I just bought it. And it's exciting. And it's Friday the 13th. So why not? What else could go wrong, right? I think my blade's getting dull again. Okay, I will cut this to size and glue it down and see you on the flip side. Am I right or am I right? Is this not so much cuter than that? Look at that. It's so sweet. I love it. So I made the little pocket and I cut it sort of around the critters. I didn't want to cut off the little birdie's tail, so I just kind of made a wavy line there. I did ink it with some pink ink. And this is cardstock, so I'm probably going to use the tacky glue to glue it down. And then I still have to make a journaling card for Mr. Salamander. Getting a very pretty page, isn't he? All this work for Mr. Salamander with the short tail. Now, salamanders are not lizards. Salamanders are amphibians like frogs. And most salamanders, do spend part of their life cycle in the water. But the red-backed salamander does not. It's a woodland salamander. Basically just lays its eggs under damp logs and they hatch out, and they don't have that little water phase like most salamanders do. And apparently they're just very, very common in the eastern woods hereabouts. Very, very common. Although I hardly see them at all. But I guess they stay under the logs during the day to stay moist. Come out later in the day. Look for some food. Am I doing this right? I never know. I never know. Yeah, it looks good enough. Looks good enough. Press it down a little bit. Oh, I did sew the pocket on, and I used the same thread and stitch that I used on the lavender page. And sometimes you gotta make sure these edges don't poke up. It tends to happen with the cardstock. I could put a paper clip, I guess, for now while I work on the journaling card. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'll be right back. Yeah, I took a little dinner break there. I forgot where I was now. I put the book page information about the red-backed salamander down on this purple paper from this new paper pack. And yes, I did cover it in glitter Mod Podge because, you know, that's what I do. And it came out pretty good. It's got a couple of wrinkles in it. Not too bad. I think it'll stay down. First I put it down with the glue stick because it's very, very thin. It's almost like tissue paper. And then I put a little bit of Mod Podge on top of it. And that would be the Sparkle Mod Podge. And I inked around the edge, and I put the polka dot paper on this side with some more ink. The picture from the book, which is a little bit thicker paper, but I decided to border that. I think that'll stay down. Now I have my picture, and I want a little space to journal, so I might make this into like a little journaling card. So after dinner, I was going to go take my shower, and Mr. Possum said, "Did you water your lavender?" Remember my lavender fields? I said, "No, it's been very dry all week," so I decided, well, I got to go out and water the lavender. I'm going to leave some room to write here. So I went out, and I didn't take my phone with me. And I was watering my lavender, and I heard a song coming from the woods. And I'm like, at first, like, what bird is that? Then I'm like, you know what? That's a frog. And I think it's a gray tree frog. So I get all excited, and I came back in the house, and I got my phone, and I went back outside to get some gray tree frog recordings. And then I could put in my journal. And he stopped. There was no song. So I sat down out in the back, and I walked around, and I went around to the front, and I went back around to the back. No singing. So I came back inside, just getting ready to get into the shower. And I heard the frog sing because the bathroom window's open because it's a beautiful day here at Soggy Bottom. So I threw on my bathrobe, grabbed my phone, yelled to Mr. Possum that I was going back outside. Went around the back. It stopped. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I said, well, maybe I'll try again later. Maybe a little bit more towards dusk. When the sun starts going down a little bit, maybe I'll start singing some more. So we shall see, we shall see. Got a pretty little song. Well, it's actually a big song. It's kind of loud for a little frog, but frogs can be quite loud. Those spring peepers, they're really loud. If you got your windows open at night, you can hear them singing away. But this wasn't a spring peeper. This was a gray tree frog. So you know the weather's gotten warmer when the amphibians start showing up. Okay, where'd I put my pen? Okay, I'm just going to do a little journaling here, and then I'm going to glue it down. Oh, you know what? It takes a while for the glaze pen to dry, so maybe I'll just glue it down first and then journal. And just hopefully I do a good job. And then that'll probably be it for today. And I will go find some information about the hummingbird, I think, to do that other picture of the hanging plant, which is over there. Don't want to lose that because I still haven't cleaned the mess off the desk. Because I want to do a couple more pages and then get out another journal and do some more. They had a couple packs at Michael's that I liked. They have a new line of paper. It's kind of cute. Kind of cute. Okay, I wrote Salamander Found While Gardening, May 6, 2022. And there's all the information. And while that is drying, I'll go back to my tags. Just some simple journaling. I planted these on May 6th, but they're popping up on the 13th. Oh, I made this kind of long. Do I want it that long? I don't know. What am I doing here? I'm not quite sure. Do I want to tie it? Do I want to sew it? What do I want to do? All right, I'll be right back. Okay, I went with a little bit of messy stitching there. I use this polka dotted ribbon, which is part of this Celebrate It from Michaels. These are pretty expensive, like $9.99, but once in a while they go on sale like half price or something. And then it's worth it because you get a lot. Get a lot in there. Use a lot of the yellow and pink. So I went with the pink again. I'm always going with the pink or the purple. But on this one I went with the orange to go with that one. So here's my Zinnias sprouts popping up. We'll put that in that pocket. And here are my runner beans saved from last year. I will put that in that pocket. And that page is done. And I love this page. I love this new pack of paper. And here's my information about my salamander friend. You know what I'm going to do though? Is this dry? I think so. Kind of humid today. Things aren't drying very well. I'm going to put a little bit of powder on this. Maybe. Because it's got Mod Podge. Sometimes the Mod Podge can get sticky. So I just rub a little cornstarch baby powder. Keep it from sticking. Don't need too much. The ink's coming off a little bit. That's all right. See, it's on my thumb. Ink. Ink, ink, ink. Okay, so do I want it to go this way? Or do I want it to go that way? I think I'll keep that as the back and this as the front. And put it in that way so you can see the pretty little polka dots. But don't you just love this paper? My goodness. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Mr. Possum, for needing to stop in at Michael's. Because, see, I try not to because I already have too much stuff. But I had a coupon. And like Linda D says, I only buy crafting supplies, journaling supplies, if I need them. Or if I have a coupon. Or if they're on sale. Or if it's pretty. Or that I want it. So thanks for coming along today for another 2 pages in my garden journal. And again, the name of this pack of paper is Splendid Springtime, and it's $9.99 at Michael's. And you get 48 sheets, 16 designs, 3 of each. And it's not lightweight. It's, you know, it's a good weight of paper for journaling. Not very thin. Not the thin kind of paper. And I just want to thank you for coming along. And happy junk journaling and happy garden journaling. Oh, I was just looking for the bow. You know what it is? I had to put the bow up on the shelf because the cat took the bow and started, my tie for the journal started chewing on it, so I had to hide the tie. But anyway, okay. So thanks for coming along today. Bye-bye now.